Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock Season 4. I am stood in front of my blaze farm, which we built in the last episode, which has been working absolutely perfectly. As you can see, I've got 93 levels, and we've nearly got a double chest with the blaze rods and blaze heads, which is fantastic. Having said that, I got quite a few comments telling me I could do it better. But I think those people probably don't realize really what's going on here. You see, this farm works perfectly in the sense that the blazes move far away enough from the blaze spawner that they remove themselves from the blaze mob cap or the spawner mob cap, meaning that the spawner is never ever slowed down. They also naturally pathfind down this hole and they get minced up by the trident killer, and there's never a backlog. I've AFK'd at this thing for a good few hours now, and I've never noticed more than a handful of blazes kicking around in there. So, on that basis, there's no need to add things like lava to move the blazes around, or make the pathfinding system different, or put powdered snow in there to move them down into the trident killer. All of those things are just extra work for no results, because the results are already doing that. It's kind of like telling someone who is completely dry, here, use this towel to dry yourself off. I can't, I'm already dry, and in this situation, it already works at the best it could possibly work. The blazes spawn as fast as they can, and they move down in there quick enough and die quick enough that it's not creating a backlog, it's giving us the maximum number of drops and loot and XP and everything else. There really is no need to add more work and complication into this thing because you're not going to improve it. Anyway, moving on from that, we got quite a few things to do today. One of those is finding my way home, and it's been a little while. Oh, geez. And now that I'm back home safely, I suppose it's a good idea to tell you what we're going to be doing today, and that is that we are going to be building a bakery. That's right, finally continuing work on our outside of our base, because by the end of this video, the Guardian farm and the potion brewing system is going to be completely done, and we're hopefully going to have a nice big building sat round about here. But before we go into any of that, I do want to talk about the latest Minecraft Bedrock Edition update, which is Minecraft Bedrock Edition 1.18.30, because it's totally broken. Released on April the 19th, 2022, the 1.18.30 update actually combined two. It combined Minecraft 1.18.30 and also all of the stuff from 1.18.20 betas as well, and the reason they didn't come out is because they were broken. So not only is it broken, it is a complete and utter world killer. It will kill single-player worlds, it will kill realms, and it will kill servers, and the bug list for it is a mile long. And the reason for that is thanks to these guys. Yes, no, not just horses, any kind of entities. If an entity wanders into an unloaded chunk on 1.18.30, because of the way they changed how chunks is stored and entities are stored and all that sort of good stuff, it can and will completely corrupt your world, lag out your game, lag out your server, and potentially not allow you ever back in again. I've even heard of it completely shutting some people's computers down. So if you can avoid updating to it, then I strongly suggest you do, and us on Truly Bedrock will be avoiding updating to it, and thankfully, because we mostly play on the Windows 10 version, we are all going to be using my version switcher to be able to stay on Minecraft 1.18.12. And of course, you can get my version switcher from my website by simply going to the download section, and then MCBE version switcher. Bear in mind this only works on Windows 10 and Windows 11. It will not work on consoles or mobiles. Unfortunately, you guys are going to be stuck updating if you haven't already stopped your automatic downloads. So what does this mean for Minecraft going forward, and Truly Bedrock in particular? Well, it means we are hoping and praying that we're going to get a hotfix very, very soon that we can update to, so that we can actually move on and get all of the good new features from 1.18.30. So if you want to be kept up to date on all of the things to do with Minecraft updates and 1.19 and 1.18 betas and hotfixes, make sure to subscribe, because I make Minecraft update videos. Or at least I've started to again. I used to, oh geez. Right, I'm rambling on. Anyway, we need to move on. We got a lot to do today. And first of all, we're going to go and investigate the Nether. You just come from the Nether? Yes, we're going to go back again. As many works have been done in the Nether. And as usual, on my way to the Nether, I come across a box saying, sorry you couldn't make it, hope to see you soon, from Piggy, and I got some nice things from Mr. Bigglesworth in here, which is absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much, Mr. Bigglesworth. But we're not here to see that shulker box. Oh, no, we're going to go and see all of the work that Tiz Tom has been doing with the Nether Hub. And then looking around, you might think, well, it doesn't look any different from how it used to be. But if I fly out of here and fly up and then turn round, You can see we have a deep dark appearing in the nether. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if he's had any help at all, but I think mostly this has just been done by Tiz Tom. It's absolutely wonderful. It looks amazing. I'm really impressed with it. And the really exciting thing is my portal is being moved up into the warden. This is going to be my portal, I believe, which obviously is going to take some practice actually getting into. But speaking of practice, I believe, I don't know if it's open yet, but there is now a nether elytra course. I assume it's an elytra course. It looks a little bit deadly. The arrows are all pointing down. In fact, is this even an elytra course? Maybe it's not. The arrows are... What is it? I mean, I assumed it was, but there's nothing to fly through, and they're all sort of pointing down. Okay, I know nothing about this. I'm not going to pretend that I do, so I'm going to leave now. Go get on with something else. Jeez. Oh, that's not my portal anyway. I don't even have to go in there. Jeez. Right, moving on. However, staying with the nether, because we actually need to go back to the Guardian farm to finish this thing off once and for all. We now have all of the ingredients required for our automatic potion brewing machine, which is behind that wall, which I still don't have a particularly easy way to get into, but we don't need a particularly good... Oh, jeez. Look, we're just going to go the hard way, okay? Wow. So in my chests, I've got an absolute ton of blaze rods, which we're going to turn into blaze powder. Not all of it. We don't need all of it. It would be ridiculous. Oh, okay, we did all of it. And I'm going to put it into the barrel here. And now, every single bit of our farm has got enough ingredients in there to brew at least 32 single chests worth of harming potions, which means it's ready to go. Now all I got to do is remember how to turn the thing on, and that's going to be slightly complicated because I can't remember. We got lots of water bottles in there, so that's good. We could probably do with some more water bottles in there if I'm being honest. Oh, actually, it's pretty full. I think we got plenty going on here, but how do we turn it on? Is that the off switch? There we go. The system should now be brewing potions. I don't know if it's going to work. It probably won't. Nothing normally works when I do it, but hopefully it will. Put those water bottles back in there and go find out if it's working by sneaking through this gap. We've managed to get 3 water bottles in there. It's not a good start. Oh, it's brewing though. It's putting fermented spice. Oh, jeez. Huh. They were not the right ingredients. Why is it not doing the nether warts? Oh, jeez. Why does nothing ever work? Why does nothing ever work? Nether warts there. It should. Is the signal strength not long? Of course it's long enough. It's got a redstone torch going into it. But we are... Oh, yes. We're missing... one piece of redstone, peeps. We're missing one piece of redstone. Jeez. And now all we need to do is put that there. That links that up to those. That should activate all of those now. So now, next time it kicks in, it should do it properly. Come on, Etho, hop a clock. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1, go. It's switched across, which means this system is kicked off. It's on. One or the other. Now, is it doing the right ingredients this time? Let's look at there. It has nether wart in first. This is good news. And then it's got... Yes, it's done it all properly this time. So now it should make enough potions to fill up the majority of this system. Okay, the next set are in, which means we should have, yes, look, 3 splash potions of instant damage there. Those water bottles are sort of accidentally come through, so let's put those back in here, and we should be good to go now. I believe everything is 100% done. Now I've just got to sit here for the rest of my life and wait for it to actually finish brewing and filling up this entire thing so I can make sure that it actually does stop and doesn't just destroy itself. Which, let's be honest, is very much likely to happen because I built this. So, while we're in here waiting for things to brew, I might as well have a bit of a tidy up. And first of all, I'm going to tidy up my payment chest because it's brimming with payments. Look at that, 12 diamonds already and a bunch of Guardian's heads. I don't know why they're in there. But the thing I need to tidy the most is the fact that nobody's been collecting their fish. And it's really weird that people don't seem to want to take all of this tasty fish home with them. So I shall remove all of this from there. Put the Guardian's heads in there. And then let's take all of these items down. Oh, jeez. Downstairs without picking the fish up was the plan, but now I'm full of fish. Oh, jeez. And after all of that exhaustive tidying up, I can tell you that we now have a nearly full No, we've only got... Oh, jeez, we've got loads to do. Oh, man, I'm so impatient. It's only just started the 4th set. Oh, jeez, I'm going to be here for a week. Okay, I may have slightly a bit broke it. You see, I was putting some slabs in order to make this place slightly more secure when I'm, you know, falling through holes and stuff like that. And I broke this block, which had 2 redstone torches on it. And now, as a result, we've got 2... Oh, jeez. It's... Oh, man. Oh, no. It may have had some dire consequences, my actions there. And all of those slabs are in the wrong place because I've done them all as top slabs. They need to be bottom slabs to stop things spawning. And I don't want to put awkward potions. Oh, jeez. No awkward potions, bro. Just what? Oh, jeez. No, not mundane either. Mundane? No, not mundane. Mundane. Just water. And there we go. We have a more secure platform in there. And while I've been doing that, I didn't smash anything to bits. So hopefully we haven't had any more problems. We haven't. That's good news. And if I look in there, everything is brewing as intended. So that's excellent. The system does work, it's just that I'm a total moron. So one last job to do before this thing is finished is to actually put some sort of access door here so that it is easy enough to actually get to the potion brewing system. And I'm not 100% sure I'm going to do that. I mean, it kind of helps having that there, but realistically we need to be higher up so that we can actually get to all of those things. So a door here would be ideal. But obviously, as you can see, there's a lot of redstone and stuff going on there already. And that is literally the side of the Guardian, well, falling platform. So that's not going to be any good for us. So I'm thinking we could come out of that bit there, which is basically, if we go around here very quickly, this bit here, we could put a door in. And then just have some sort of staircase up there. That would probably work. And there we go. Behind me, you can see we now have a door. And opening that door leads to a janky little platform, a janky little staircase that takes us to our janky little machine that we can now access the ingredients of very easily and fill this thing up. So we've got the water bottles that go in there. We've got the blaze powder that goes in there. And we've got the 4 ingredients that go in there. I've also added a secondary little platformy bit to take us down to the main workings of this thing so we can get around all of this as well, which all works rather nicely. Speaking of working rather nicely, that is now filled up. That is nearly full, which means the next one that brews should stop the system from working, because once this hopper gets at least 1 item in, it should completely lock everything up. Let's find out. I'm very excited. Okay, I think we should be there now. I can't tell, obviously, because I filled all the holes in. So we'll go through our new door system. We shall press the button, go onto our janky platform, and this time we'll go round to the side and check. I can see there are things still in there. Oh, no, it's still brewing. They're done. They're going out. That is now on. That is now locked. The system is locked. That means that the items, even though they're going to go all the way through, can't go anywhere else. And it won't reactivate now until someone takes items. Oh, geez. Find my way back. So yeah, it shouldn't reactivate now until someone takes items out of this chest, in which case it should refill itself. Now, chances are it's going to refill itself up with bottles of water first. Hopefully it won't. But yeah, now we've got an infinite supply almost of splash potions of harming, meaning that our little project down here in the nether that's taken us for absolutely ever is now 100% complete, all done, finished, the end. Oh, finally. Right, quick, back to base. Let's get away from the nether. I'm sick of seeing this place. And here we are, back home, all sorted, where it's nice and safe with the next project, which is going to be to build the bakery, which we're going to be building down there, as we pointed out earlier. But before I do that, I actually need to gather some wheat. Otherwise, we're not going to have any wheat to cook in our bakery. Having said that, I don't really need a great deal of wheat, because it's a fake bakery, all right? Jeez. Let me explain. The bakery. So, from early on this season, I've been wanting to do a bakery. I've also wanted to do other builds that basically have a purpose that kind of sort of work a bit. Now, we're in my test world, obviously, and you're going to have to use your imagination here, but I built this building, which is a bakery. As you can see, there's cakes about, there's a bit of bread, and we even have an automatic bread making machine. That's right, I have developed auto crafting of bread, which is not really auto crafting, you just have to use your imagination. So, basically, you can see there's some wheat on here. You come along, and you put some wheat in the barrel. When you put the wheat in the barrel, it goes in the oven, and the oven comes on. And then when the oven has finished being an oven, the bread will magically pop out of the bread slot over here, where you can catch it and eat it for your dinner. So, any second now, that is going to not be on anymore. Any minute now. Now, I don't want to look inside it to show you what's actually in it, because it's not actually bread. It's cooking stone. Oh my goodness me. I broke it. It should only have one piece of stone in there. And when oh my goodness. And when the stones finish it. Oh, jeez, I broke it already. How I broke it? What? Oh. No, I'm an idiot. Okay. Yeah, of course. When I cloned this and moved it, and as a result, everything's broken. Right, so there should be a barrel there, and there should be a barrel there. Jeez. That's why it's not working. Forget the clone. Let's go to the original, which I know works. Oh, man. You just have to pretend none of that even happened. Okay, you can see the structure block from where I cloned this thing. So, we go into the bakery, as we did before. We grab ourselves some wheat and we put it in here. It goes into the oven. Only one item of stone should actually go into the oven like this. And then once that's finished cooking, which doesn't take very long at all because we're using bamboo, the oven turns off. The bread pops out. Hooray! I got bread. I've just cooked bread. And it's a really simple little circuit. Let's go and check this out before we actually build this on Truly Bedrock. As you can see, I've actually got the entire thing built out over here. And it's very simple. So the wheat, when we put the wheat in there, it actually goes through this hopper and into that barrel. When it goes through that hopper, this will detect it, turn off that redstone torch, which will allow this repeater to turn off. And that repeater is currently locking this hopper, preventing the stone from going into the furnace. And it unlocks for just about enough time to allow one item of stone to go into that furnace, which we can put the bamboo of to actually top the furnace fuel up in here. So when the furnace is burning, we could use an observer to check that out, but we don't. We do exactly the same thing again. So the furnace has a hopper underneath it, which goes into a barrel. And again, as the item goes through that hopper, it's detected by this comparator, which then lights this redstone torch, which lights this redstone, which lights this redstone torch, which basically tells the dispenser that's got bread in it to pop a piece of bread out. Because obviously on Bedrock Edition and Java Edition, there's no such thing as auto-crafting, and you can't cook bread in Minecraft. So we could do this thing with anything. We could put eggs and flour and stuff in there, and then, you know, a cake would pop out or whatever. We could do all sorts of stuff, but I decided to keep it nice and simple and just have a machine that I can put wheat in at one end, and out the other end, after a couple of minutes worth of baking, I get some bread, because it's fun. It's not auto-crafting. It's not designed to have a purpose. It's just a bit of fun. So you don't need to get all uppity in the comments telling me how I could have done it better and that I should do this and I should do that, because it's just for fun, okay? It's just to give this nice build a little bit of a reason to exist and a little bit of utility. Even if it means we're going to have a chest full of wheat and a chest full of smooth stone and, you know, an empty dispenser that used to have bread in it one day. But that's absolutely fine. Right, anyway, showing you that is over. It's time to get it built on Truly Bedrock, which means I'm going to have to take a load of screenshots of this thing so I can remember how to build it, and then actually build it. Oh, jeez. Sounds like a job for a live stream, I think. However, as I come back to my base, to my storage system of many not being stored very correctly, I can tell you that I'm not going to be doing this on a live stream, because my Tuesday live stream this week actually consisted of me launching a brand new challenge server for my VIP and above patrons, which is basically a survival challenge without any add-ons or packs in pure vanilla, where they've got to build a medieval castle and town in a seed that I've picked. No bases or anything like that, just completely community focused, and that's all starting this week. In fact, it started yesterday as I'm recording this, so I'm going to have to build this on my own and not in a live stream, which is just no good, which is fine, because it's going to take me a year just to find the shulker boxes that have got the things in that I need from this horrendous mess of shulker boxes. Oh my goodness me, it's ridiculous. I've got so many bookcases now after my shopping spree on Truly Bedrock stream weekend. I need something to use all of these items for. If you've got any ideas what I could use any of this junk for, please let me know in the comments below, because I got such a ridiculous amount of items. I don't know what to do with them all. Maybe I could open a shop, like just a garage sale shop or something. Just chuck it all in there and just be like, yeah, no, there's 5 diamonds for a shulker box full of all this random stuff. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Now, as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, I would normally take some screenshots of my test world in order to help me build this thing. However, today I'm going to do something that's a little bit different, and only because it's a relatively complicated build and I don't think screenshots are going to cut it. So I'm going to use the power of multitasking. So I'm going to drag the screen I'm playing on there, and I'm going to grab my Ideas World screen, which is a second instance of Minecraft running at the same time, onto this screen, and now I can move around in this one while I move around in this one as well, so I can build at the same time. Now, it's a bit weird having Minecraft in a vertical format rather than horizontal, but I'll get used to that. The other thing about this is that I've fiddled with my chat screen so that I can pause the game by pressing T and still see it perfectly well, because when you switch from one instance to another and you're not in the chat screen, it pauses, which is really annoying. So I can go, okay, I want to get a good angle on this so I can figure out where I'm going to be building things, and I can press T to enable the chat, and now I can see it all perfectly and I can start building here, which is fantastic. If you want to learn how to do that, you can, of course, check that out on my videos. Search for FoxyNoTail Multi-Instance Minecraft. You'll find it in there. And again, this is just something for the Windows people. It's not going to work on console or mobile, so sorry about that. But yeah, it's going to help me massively, hopefully. Fingers crossed, at least. Right, let's get building. And with the split screen gone away again, you can see that I have now completely filled in the bottom section of this. We've got no roof. It's floating off the ground because of the terrain variation. But it's pretty much it. So all I need to do now is add the roof on, and then we can start doing all of the interior stuff and the redstone. And yeah, it hasn't taken too long at all. So I'm going to crack on. See you in a minute. No, that was rubbish. That was rubbish. Do it again. Cut. Awful. Yeah, oh my goodness me, FoxyNoTail. Have a word with yourself. You've got all this junk in your inventory. You're not very well composed. You're not. Oh my goodness. As I was saying. And with the split screen gone away, you can see I have put in the bottom layers to this build. There's no roof on it yet, there's no internals, and half of it's floating off the floor because of the terrain variation, but that's absolutely fine. We'll fix that later. So all I need to do now is pop a roof on this thing and build all the insides. How hard could it be? That was better. That was better. You can have that one. I'll let you have it. And now the roof is in place. This is good news. It has cost me many, many wood. Lots and lots of spruce have gone into these roofs, but it's worth it because I think it looks absolutely fantastic. If we can stand on my little bee sanctuary here, I think this is looking very, very nice. But unfortunately, there's still no internals at all. We need a ceiling in there, which we're going to be doing out of bone blocks, and obviously a floor and all of the systems as well. So, many, many works still to do. I better get cracking. And let's get rid of that dirt as well, because it's just gross. Ugh. Ugh. Get rid of it. And now a little bit further down the line, we have an interior, sort of. We haven't done any of the redstone yet. The rest of the stuff is in place. The ceiling's in place. It's all working, except for the actual bit that we need to get working. So I suppose I should probably get that built. So I've got quite a few items in my inventory here. I can't remember how to do it. I don't have screenshots in front of me, but you know, what could go wrong? I know we've got a barrel that goes around about here. And I know the furnace goes a couple of blocks next to that there. And I know the dispenser, or the dropper in this particular situation, will go, I think, there. We also need a barrel there, and that's what's going to have our bamboo in it. And we need a barrel on top of this furnace. So let's just put a temporary block in the way there. And that's the one that's going to have our stone in it. We obviously need a hopper between that barrel and that furnace to transfer that in, and we need to put hoppers going from this barrel into that furnace there. So let's come behind that, point that in there, and put that there like that. So that's connected. Now what we need to do underneath the furnace and this barrel is have a couple more barrels in the floor that they can go into. So let's put a hole there and a hole there, put a barrel there and put a barrel there, put a hopper going into that and hopper going into that, and then we can put that floor back. And that's pretty much it for those things. Now we need to go and smash big holes into the wall, I guess. Right, let's dig away a little bit of the floor so we've got room for redstone and whatnot. Now, there's no hoppers or anything goes into the dispenser. That's just going to have bread in it. So we don't need to worry about getting behind that thing. But what we do need to think about is what we're going to be doing with these redstone components. So let's put some blocks down that's not grass, so I know not to dig it up in future. Let's grab a couple of comparators and a couple of repeaters and some redstone torches and some redstone dust. And we'll have a comparator coming out of there and a comparator coming out of there. And both of those can just go into a couple of blocks like that. This one is going to go into a redstone torch facing upwards. which is going to power a block, which is going to be sat next to another block with a repeater on it. That's going to go into a block here, and there's going to be another repeater sat on top of that hopper there pointing into that one. So that's locking that hopper. So even if there's items in that hopper, they're not going to go anywhere, which means they can't go into a furnace. So that's that little circuit done. This redstone comparator here. I see what I've done wrong. This dispenser actually needs to be another block back. So that's why I'm confused. So the dispenser, we'll smash it to bits, put it in the wall there like that. Now if we go around, in fact, let's go to sleep quick. Sleep before they all come and get me. Okay, sleeping has been done. Going back. So now this is relatively simple. What we're going to do is we're going to have a block underneath the dispenser like that with a redstone torch underneath it there. Going to dig a hole down under here. We're going to smash that to bits, put another one of those there with a piece of redstone dust on top of it. Now that's going to light when this has something in it. As we'll see here, if I put a bunch of stuff in there, that's going to light that redstone dust. And then all we need to do is put a repeater there, which is going to turn that torch off. I'm going to replace that glass with one of those. And there we go. That circuit is now done as well. So we take those items out of there. You can see that redstone torch is on. If I just put some cobblestone into there for now, and I just put something in there, you'll see that cobblestone will get spat out. So there we go. Redstone all done. We can tidy up this little area now, put everything back together again. Now it does look a little bit of a mess because obviously we've smashed into our wall, but don't worry because we can disguise it all. Okay, obviously we don't want all of this redstone on show, so we're going to plug up the holes that we can, and then we're just going to put some trapdoors down here because we've used them everywhere else. It's not going to look out of place, and yes, you can kind of see there's a dispenser there, and there's a stone brick block there. It's absolutely fine. No one will notice. There's nothing to see here. Everything's 100% fine. And now this system should be working. We need to disguise it all in this side a little bit. Okay, so now all we need to do is test it. So I'm going to put an oak log in there for some fuel. I'm going to put some oak logs in that barrel there. That's going to be our products. And I am going to put some flower pots in this dropper over here. This is going to be our test. So if I put an item in there, then hopefully after that has smelted this oak log, we should get the item smelted. No, spat out of the dispenser here. Any second now. It's nearly finished. And there we go. So the redstone system works absolutely perfectly. So all I need to do is decorate this now to make it all fit in. And there we go. That is all in and decorated. Yes, we need a few cakes and a few items to put into this thing. But other than that, we are now 100% complete in here, which is fantastic. I really like it. It's nice and simple. It's not too fancy, but it's good enough for me. It does feel a little bit dark over here, though. So I'm going to put a lantern down there, and I'm going to put a lantern down there. And now it's all lovely. Very good. Right, let's go get some items. So we're going to need some wheat, which we need to just fly around here quickly to our wheat farm. Ow. We got a little bit here. I didn't actually go AFK earlier and get any. We've got loads of bread. It's big chickens. Okay, so he won't mind us. Well, he won't know, let's be honest. And yeah, we'll just steal a little bit of this wheat here. Well, let's take a hay bale. We could really do with some cakes. Maybe we should take another hay bale so we can make some cake. That means I'm going to need eggs. I don't think I've got eggs. I used to have chickens over here that used to lay eggs, but I think I turned all of the eggs back into chickens. We've got a couple of eggs here. Big Chicken's going to like this anyway, because he can come here and get his bread out. he can come put wheat in and get bread in return. He'll think it's brilliant. So, you know, don't worry about Big Chicken being upset that I've nicked his bread, because he can get it back again. I'm going to put wheat on there. This barrel's not connected to anything, so we're just going to store extra wheat in there for now. We need some stone to go in that one. At the moment, there's logs. I don't really want to be burning through all of my logs. And we need some bamboo to go in there. And the reason we use bamboo for fuel, it's just because it's quick and it turns the furnace off nice and quickly. And I have 32 pieces. Okay, we've got stone. Let's put the bamboo in there. Put the stone in there. Now that should load up with bamboo. It is doing. This is very good. Could do with more bamboo, though. Definitely need more bamboo. Hello, my lovelies. I've come to get a little bit of milk, if you wouldn't mind, please. Come here. Don't run away from me while I'm trying to milk you. There we go. Mini milk. This is good news. So you need bamboo. Yeah, I'll make cake first. Cake's good. I'll tell you what would be useful to have in a bakery. A crafting table would be very handy. We've got absolutely no crafting tables in here. Let's pop one in. We'll remove that trapdoor there. We'll put the crafting table there. This is good news. A little bit of wheat, please, if you don't mind. Pretty sure this is how you make cakes. I can't remember. It's been a long time. What do I need? Sugar! I haven't got any sugar. Oh my goodness. All of the things. I've got 2 sugar canes, which I can't... Oh, I can turn into sugar. This is perfect. Just the right amount of sugar. Cake. Nice. We'll put a cake on the table. There we go. It's a bakery. Amazing. Right then, let's test this thing. So let's grab ourselves a piece of wheat. We're going to turn it into bread. We'll put it in there. The oven did nothing. Because it didn't have anything to... Oh, jeez. I forgot I had to preload that hopper. Okay, let's try again. Get a piece of wheat, put it in there. The oven is lit. Are we going to get bread in return? So you can see that's bamboo. Uses about 4 pieces per item. Maybe a bit more. There we go. And there we go. I got bread. Hooray. The system worked perfectly. It's absolutely fantastic. And on that note, I'm going to say, make sure you check out this video because I think you'll enjoy it. Goodbye.